Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and today we're here to talk about who's going to be the 2020 NBA Most Valuable Player. And to be the MVP, it takes plenty of factors. It takes a very high seed in your conference, which means you have to be at the top of the East or West most of the time, generally. And you have to prove that you're a star with high caliber play, such as with Steph Curry in 2016 and 15, Durant in 2014, LeBron in the 2 years before that, James Harden the last however many years, because he's been in the conversation almost every year, and recently Giannis Antetokounmpo was the 2019 MVP. So there's a few things that a lot of those people have in common, such as James Harden and Giannis had far and wide the best record in the league when they won their MVP. The only outlier is Russell Westbrook not having one of the top records in the conference, because he averaged a triple-double, which they have learned, or which it has evolved to not really being cared about as much necessarily. But we see that now, where I have a handful of picks here in the palm of my hand, ready to give you off who I believe will be the 2019 NBA MVP. So, I listed first, and the most likely candidate to become MVP this year is once again Giannis, because Giannis, as you can see, the starting lineup is pretty good. It's a lot of continuity between this year and last year, and Wesley Matthews is less of a ball-dominant second option, third option, fourth option shooter, and Wesley Matthews will just be mostly jump shots instead of the ball handling that Malcolm Brogdon had that he could pull out whenever he needed to. So it'll be a little bit less ball handling on the Bucks, and it's more of the guys who were there last year minus Malcolm Brogdon, which means that Giannis will have the ball in his hands a little bit more than his MVP season, and he'll be allowed to do a little bit more. And that's what we're going to see next season. And he's the best shot right now, in my opinion, at becoming MVP in 2020. My second option is, I'm going based off a stat I seen earlier, that it pretty much was the last however many MVPs were LeBron and the repeat MVP or a first-time MVP holder. So that's why I put Giannis at first, because I don't believe they'll give LeBron another MVP, because the voters have kind of soured on doing that, and he's up there pretty much every year. So next option will be James Harden. Once again, I told you, James Harden has been in the race, a runner-up to MVP like the last 5 years. He's been there for the last however long, and he's going to keep being there, it looks like, for a while. And Kawhi Leonard is my next pick, because he will be a first-time MVP if he won the MVP. And with that being said, with Kawhi Leonard being on his team, and he'll be leading the Clippers alone for the first couple months of the season without his second star, Paul George, he has a good shot of having a high seed in the West, and has a high shot of getting MVP, because a lot of people, since they saw him win the championship last year, are really high on Kawhi Leonard, which they should have been before, and man, that dunk was crazy. And my next picks are Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. I mixed it and matched it, because if Ben Simmons actually can shoot a little bit more, if he could hit 30% from three, I think that he could enhance his game a bit to jump to an MVP level. And I think Joel Embiid, if he stays healthy for a little bit longer, and he's going to have that high level of play he got, and it's going to look MVP caliber. And then next we have Anthony Davis, because he's going to be on the Lakers, and if he remains healthy and the Lakers are winning a lot, Anthony Davis is definitely going to be in that MVP race, because he's been in the MVP race when he was healthy every season. And then my next pick will be Wardell Stephen Curry, the two-time and only unanimous MVP. I don't really count that. I could say that Shaq and LeBron was unanimous MVPs when they was up there, but we're not going to talk about that. As of now, Steph Curry is the only unanimous MVP ever, and it would be bad to not put him in that race. If the Warriors get a high seed in the playoffs this year, it's going to be because of Steph Curry and Draymond, and Steph Curry will be in that MVP race. You can bet on it. And I got another dark horse pick is Damian Lillard, because the Portland Trailblazers have a lot of consistency behind them, and they play at a very high level every season. And I think if Damian Lillard can keep up the production he did even from last season, if he could enhance it just a little bit, of like if he averages like 29, 28 a game, and the Portland Trailblazers make second or third seed, he can win MVP, and we'll be could possibly be talking about a Damian Lillard MVP run. Now, and that's all the people I have that I'm considering for the most valuable player this year. And I'm saying if Kemba Walker can play like he did last year and do that for a winning team, and the Celtics get a high seed, he's a dark horse candidate as well, in my opinion. But I don't really view that as a real plausible possibility right now. But we'll see what happens. But I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.